G'day there, Phil in here again. I'm getting addicted to this saying poetry stuff. Luckily I was sent a book this week by a fella called Marco Gliori, a poet from up north that I met at the Nationals this year. So he sent me this book by Bobby Miller when he heard me say bingo. You might have heard bingo on here before, but anyway, there's Bobby's book called The Larrikin. There's my books behind it. But anyway, this is The Larrikin by Bobby Miller, and I want you to let me know what you think of it, whether I should learn this one or not. That's the trouble, see? I've got to find one in here to learn. You would have also heard The Burglar. I think I've read The Burglar, or said The Burglar for you, but this is called The Saga of Fred and Jim. This tale about two fishermen is honest, fair and true. It highlights unseen dangers that drinking beer will do. It happened quite a while ago on a Saturday in July, and people in this little town still ask the question, why? Some people said a tragedy, while others called it fate. Over 200 women pregnant, thanks to one bloke and his mate. They came into this coastal town for the rest and relaxation. Their main concern was catching fish and a drink in moderation. They set their camp in the morning sun amid some foreshore scrub. Then, to gain some local knowledge, they sought the nearest pub. Now, local folk in coastal towns guard their fishing secrets well. You'd swear they'd took some dying oath, all strangers never to tell. Yet Fred and Jim had a special trick that they used wide and far. They brushed aside the brought bat-wing doors and said, "We'll shout the bar." They shouted twice, then twice again, as the barman flashed a grin. The locals blasted these great blokes. The locals toasted these great blokes in whiskey, beer and gin. So the fishing secrets flowed like wine as each outdid his mate. Oh, hang on. They boasted where to catch the fish and where to get the bait. Soon every man of drinking age from round the coastal town came flocking to the little pub, as word was passed around. Two strangers buying beer for free. Hurry up, there is no doubt. The way these drunken buggers drink, the beer must soon run out. Sure, a dozen kegs in this little town should nigh a fortnight do, but the beer was gulped so flamin' fast, she was dry by 2:30. Then a panic-stricken local lad, as he watched the beer run out, made a sudden grab at Freddy's glass, but the whole bar heard his shout. "You can kick me dog or steal me car, take the missus for a night, but you'll put your claws around me beer and you've got yourself a fight." Then all the drinking men went home, while the women wondered why. There was few believed their story that the pub was really dry, and romance bloomed so though fiery hot, there was little else to do. The wives were ravished well that night, sweethearts and girlfriends too. Turn the page. When Fred and Jim went home that week, their fishing basket brimming, they never knew the strain they placed upon the coastal women. Then 9 months later to the day, I'll swear on a sacred hymn, 200 baby boys were born, named Frederick or Jim. The Larrikin, Bobby Miller wrote that. Tell me what you think. Cheers, Phil in.